Today, a little bit about revenue stamps of Asia. Revenue stamps are distant to my stamp collecting areas. Nonetheless, they are interesting with so many different designs and often are part of a stamp lot. So, this video will be mostly visual with little, very sorry, explanation. Your comments and experience will be greatly appreciated. I thank you all in advance. China, an interesting older block of revenue stamps, interesting design, as well as an interesting overprint. Looking at it closely, it depicts a swastika within a swastika. Oh, never seen those before. Maybe they're common, maybe they're not. I'm not sure. And China again with a few more older revenues for different purposes. Unfortunately, again, I'm not familiar with the Chinese characters, so I cannot be any further help on this, unfortunately. Sorry. This design probably is familiar to most of you collectors of Chinese stamps because these were overprinted in 1949 to then be used as postage stamps. This is just a pair of the unoverprinted version. And these Chinese stamps are basically all of a postal savings type stamp with different overprints or different arrangements of the same overprint as you see in the right three stamps. The distances, the size of these overprints are different, although the characters are the same. And a few more Chinese revenue stamps, which I believe the two on the right are of a little bit more modern version, whereas the red one, the block of four, could be a little bit older, but how old I cannot say. I have absolutely zero reference to worldwide revenue stamps, unfortunately. Or fortunately, maybe it bogs me down even more. So maybe I should be happy this way. And India. India always, I feel, has very attractive designs with Queen Victoria. And they always remind me of the Great Britain £1 stamps, which are, I feel, very attractive. And on the right, one Thai revenue stamp, the purpose of which I am not certain. And here we have some Japanese revenue stamps. They seem to be of an older vintage. Also interesting designs, and intriguing are the different cancellations. Revenue cancellations, I'm sure, but still quite interesting. And I believe most of you probably flipping through albums and stuff like that probably run across these or similar looking Japanese revenue stamps occasionally. I don't think They're very rare. But again, I'm not a revenue expert at all. Here are some more Japanese revenue stamps. A sheet of the 10, not sure the denomination, Zen or what. This particular sheet seems to be rouletted. The following next revenue stamps are also in sheet format, but all of those similar design are all imperforated, as you will see. Here is the same 10 as an imperforated sheet. And these are full sheets actually, except that I just could not get them on my scanner completely. So that's why they look like they're chopped off, but they're really complete sheets. And here, a few more. The 20 of a slightly different design, and the 30. And all these sheets, which is interesting, I feel do have margin markings, and they are on the bottom of the sheet. Right here, the enlargement, and here on the bottom of each sheet. And these actually do tell the printing house where these were done. So quite nice to have all that. And a couple of more. The 50, also imperforated sheet, as well as the 2, which I believe is probably the high value, as best as I can tell. Japanese characters, Chinese characters, I only can identify less than a half a dozen. So anyways, you experts out there would probably know exactly what we're looking at. So please let me know if you don't mind. I certainly appreciate any help from you guys out there. Thanks. Well, after all, I have to admit that revenue stamps do have a certain appeal and can equally lead to that wonderful addiction we seem to have with the stamps that we collect. Well, I hope you enjoyed at least a tiny bit of this video. Perhaps give me a thumbs up, or even better, to subscribe to my past and future videos. Thank you so very much for watching. Well, as I mentioned a moment ago, revenue stamps definitely have a certain appeal, and some revenue stamps seem to be very detailed, such as U.S. revenue stamps also are very appealing because of the detailed engraving, which really is very attractive, and fancy designs as well. So, and I'm sure that's why there are many of you that do actually collect and pursue revenue stamps. Yes, very nice area to collect. My channel, Stamps Space My Fun Things.